You're Captain Marvel. How the heck did that happen?
I was hoping you could tell me. Let me know.
You're good?
I'm here to stop the shapeshifters that are infiltrating your planet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Connection.
They called and I took the call. I mean, that's like the simple answer. I don't know. It's like kind of beyond me at this point. It all feels very surreal. I mean, look at my hair's on fire. What happened?
I can shoot photon blasts from my fists.
It's so weird. Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. Now, imagine you haven't done your Brie Larson research like me. What were the biggest roles in your career before you got Captain Marvel?
Okay, so this feels like a trick question because I was just talking about this. Whenever I go through customs and I have to fill out the little form and they say occupation and I put actor, and every time I'm like, oh, I don't want this to happen to me again. And then I show up and I hand them the thing. They go, oh, you're an actor, but in anything I've seen. And you're just like, what do I say? And I'm like, room? Jack, the world is so big. And they're like, no, I didn't see that. Train wreck? Stop doing that. Why are you breathing weird? No, I didn't see that. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Your hair's getting shaggy.
No, I didn't see that. I'm like, can I just go? Like, I didn't want to be in this interaction. Like, I understand. No one knows who I am. I'm comfortable with that. I actually really like that about myself. So, did that kind of answer your question?
That was perfect.
Okay.
I mean, if I were you, and I'm not you, I would definitely go, Oscar, and then just like kind of walk.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, but again.
I don't feel like if you just cough Oscar, they understand,
They wouldn't.
No.
Well, next time, just please think about it.
Okay, well, but you have to understand too, there's been a lot of balance in my life with that stuff. So it's like, yes, I won an Oscar, but then I went to the airport and I couldn't get into like the lounge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
sure.
I hosted SNL.
Hi, I'm Brie Larson and I'm hosting SNL with Alicia Keys.
And then I went to the airport and I couldn't get into the lounge. It's like,
It's ups and downs, right? That's life.
I mean, if you consider the lounge a down, like not getting in a down, I still feel like, I'm still doing relatively okay. But
think
like,
you might be
it's
right.
not like I like walk around with Oscar and I'm like, oh yeah, I can just cut this line. Like, no one knows who I am.
Just say, go long, and then just like,
And just throw it?
go in front of the queue. Easy.
Excuse me, miss. Why are you dressed for laser tag?
Oh boy, you guys don't have any clue, do you?
Back to the movie. You see the costume, you put it on for the first time. How did you feel? What were your notes?
What were my notes?
Yeah.
I was like, how do I go to the bathroom? That was my main note. I was like, I'm going to have to drink water, and this seems like it's going to be a problem. There's a lot of snaps and zippers, and it took us like 30 full minutes to get me into it. So how do I get out? That was like my main concern. And I still, like after whatever 6 months being in it, it's still like we don't really know how to get in and out of it.
It's just luck every time.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, just a crowbar and a little bit of luck. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
What is this?
The SHIELD logo.
Does announcing your identity on clothing help with the covert part of your job?
Said the space soldier who was wearing a rubber suit.
Was there a particular moment which really delighted you going back to the 90s?
The blockbuster was definitely a highlight because they did such a good job. Like you walked in and you were like, wow, the production design team was very excited about this set because every VHS was period correct.
Yeah.
And the candy selection was identical. And that was very trippy to me. Yeah.
I saw a Hook VHS and I went, they've gone to town.
I know.
They've done their business.
I was like, how do we get clearance for all these VHSs? That's crazy.
I've got to ask about certain lines in the script. Was it like, Captain Marvel punches a spaceship?
And then it's like, that's it.
And that's it.
And they're like, and then we'll do that visual effects.
Whatever.
No, they usually go into a little bit more detail, but it is interesting that there's something about reading it on the page and then seeing it when it's done that feels very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
I mean, I'm imagining that was a good feeling seeing that for the first time.
I just saw it for the first time like last week.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, that's me.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's a very weird thing to be like, dang, for me it was just more of like, she is really strong. Because my experience is like being on set and it's like, okay, and then you shoot a photon blast and I'm like, which doesn't feel as cool
Prove you're not a scroll.
as when the visual effect is in. And I'm like, dang, I'm strong.
That's a photon blast.
And?
A scroll cannot do that.
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
Tell me you made that noise of,
Well, that's one of the hardest things you have to learn is when you're doing the fight stuff, you always want to be like, and then I'm like, and then you go, like you just want to do that. And you really want to with the photon blast be like, you want to make like a sound, but you can't make a sound.
yeah.
So that's
tough.
And that's my job's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult.
Did I mention the airport lounge? I mean,
Come on.
guys. Also, you have to see the script, punch old lady in the face, and then you have to sell that.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
another day in the life.
Yeah, you also have to like get close to punching her in the face, but not actually punching her in the face. It's scary.
Yeah.
High pressure situations.
Because if that had happened, not great. Not great.
Not great. Luckily, it didn't happen. Whew.
Oh. You want to get personal.
Can I casually say that you have, I think, the best friendship there's ever been with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah. Name your first pet.
Mr. Snoofers.
Mr. Snoofers.
That's what I said.
You on the Oscars stage together, I said this to Samuel earlier, first name terms, that you were just a bunch of lovable goofballs, like seeming to have your own little world and just loving each other's company.
Yeah, we were having a great time. We were just an enormous amount of fun.
What's it like to be best friends with Samuel L. Jackson?
It's a dream come true. It's delightful. I thank the universe every day for the gift that is Samuel L. Jackson.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
But I'm imagining, you get the role, you're announced as Captain Marvel. Was advice given to you from the other Avengers or other actors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Were they saying, not to patronize you, I guess, but were they saying, well, this is what you need to be aware of?
No, I mean, it's funny. I get asked that a lot when I'm doing press. People are like, who gave you advice? I'm like, we're not really like an advice industry. We don't like sit around and be like, let me tell you something about this. Usually, like, we're playing Boggle. We are not talking about like times in the industry and how we can help each other. It's
2 years ago was a different time.
Yeah, it's not really like that. I did get to talk with some of them. We did like a Marvel 10-year anniversary photo, and I like tried to go around and be like, hi, I'm new. Like, what do you put in your smoothie? And it just was embarrassing.
Have you made your way into the Avengers WhatsApp group yet? Have you hit those heights?
There's an Avengers WhatsApp group? Oh my god. So,
I'm gonna ask.
Lindsay, we gotta end this.
gonna
We gotta
ask.
end this. I'm too upset.
I'm gonna ask my next question.
Okay.
What mementos did you keep from this film?
Mentos the Fresh Maker?
What sweets from the 90s did you keep from this film? What mementos did you keep from this movie? Did you get to keep a suit? I'm imagining it isn't hanging in your house somewhere.
I did not keep one of the suits. They smell very bad. So, because of sweating,
No.
to be clear about why they smell.
Sure.
So, just to be clear. Trust me. I have one of Carol's flight jackets.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But they gave it to me. I definitely didn't steal it.
I believe you. And with this movie, obviously, a big part of it is the posters and the merchandise and all the rest of it. Is it surreal to see you in a toy like that?
It is. The thing that I think is cool about it is just because I trained for so long for this movie, I feel like the 9 months of like strength training is like in that toy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like forever in there.
Saved.
Like, I'll eat pasta now because it's in the toy. So it's all good now. But that stuff I haven't gotten used to that yet.
Not even seeing like
My hair on fire next to
Yeah.
you?
I mean,
No, I haven't gotten used to that either.
this
I don't feel like I want to though.
This back poster's probably bigger than my flat.
Okay, this one kind of stresses me out because I feel like you can see my pores. Like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be allowed to see myself this close up. This is just, it's not right.
And this is my final expansive question, but
Expensive?
expansive.
Okay.
What does it mean to you to play Captain Marvel? As in, this is a momentous thing, well, quite, in the MCU.
That's an expensive question.
What does it mean to you?
What does it mean to me? Well, for me personally, it made me take a giant step outside of my comfort zone that I didn't know was so important for me to take.
Mm-hmm.
It was really personally life-changing for me to embody somebody who's so comfortable and confident with themselves, and the strength aspect, like getting to do the fight training in particular and do martial arts, and now I feel like that's a huge part of my life.
You have to let go of the past.
I don't remember my past.
It's causing you doubt, and doubt makes you vulnerable.
That has like forever changed me. And then I'm also on a toothbrush.
That's the ultimate life dream.
I know. It's weird.
What are you gonna do?
What do you do with that? Where do you file that in your head? Do you file it under toothbrush? Do you file it under surreal? You file it under don't want to think about that, worry about it?
Also, you know what you're gonna get for Christmas. Everyone is gonna be getting you one of those.
That toothbrush.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have so many of them. My teeth are gonna be so clean.
Just gonna be Funko Pops.
My
and
dentist's gonna be
toothbrushes.
like, what happened? They're like, you need a floss more. I'm like, sorry, there's no Captain Marvel floss. It didn't happen.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Tell me, so is it, how am I doing it? How do you do it right?
Well,
Because this is more surfing.
feels kind of like a shaka, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it kind of depends if you're flying an eagle or if you're flying a viper. So one's this and one's this. So both are in the movie. So both the vipers and the eagles can be into it.
That has pleased me so much.
It was amazing.
Thanks for watching. If you like that, then do watch these videos, or you can listen to my podcast called Radio 1's Screen Time. Oh, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You can now get more Radio 1 in your life by downloading the BBC Sounds app or the BBC iPlayer app. Search for full-length versions of these interviews by typing in Movies with Ali Plumb.